Federal Reserve now backstopping $75 trillion of Bank of America's derivatives. Keep in mind, first of all, I heard the statistic this morning. J.P. Morgan Chase has 2.2 or 2.7 trillion, between $2 and $3 trillion in assets. The entire gross domestic product of the United States right now is a little under $15 trillion. One bank, $2 trillion, more than $2 trillion. But here's where it gets even weirder. The Bank of America, which is in large part actually owned by a Saudi prince, but the Bank of America has $75 trillion worth of derivatives out there. They're still out there. Wells-Fargo has $73 trillion out there. Keep in mind, the GDP of the entire planet is $65 trillion. The GDP of the United States is $15 trillion. Each of these banks has over $70 trillion worth of derivatives, and they are in their investment bank branches, which are not backstopped by the FDIC. And what did they do over the last couple of days? And this is what Bloomberg is talking about. They moved them into their commercial banking arms, since now it's all one bank, since we did away with Glass-Steagall, which is protected by both the FDIC and backstopped by the Fed. So now you and I and the Fed are officially backstopping, as far as we know, and you know these are only two of the six banks that own 60 assets equal to 65% of the entire GDP of the United States. But just for these two banks, you and I, via the Fed, are now backstopping $150 trillion worth of bets on bets on bets on bets on bets about mortgages and other things. The entire gross domestic product of our country, $15 trillion, and we're backstopping $150 trillion? Wall Street still has us by the neck. This is amazing. I don't know how to say it other than that. It's amazing. By the way, the next chapter, the